Manuel Pellegrini has earned a reputation as one of the shrewdest tacticians on the UEFA Champions League circuit. In 5 years in charge of Villarreal, he turned a traditionally smaller club into UEFA Champions League semi-finalists and Spanish Primera División runners-up. The training ground spoke to the Chilean shortly before he left El Madrigal for Real Madrid to pick his brains about a number of tactical dilemmas. And in his first insight, Pellegrini discusses his favourite formations and how he adapts his tactics during a game.
Well, there are two important things. I like playing with two central forwards up front. There are other systems where one has to take a position on the wings and the other in the centre. Playing without fixed wing positions, all specific areas on the wings will be the responsibility of either an attacker, a midfielder or a wing-back. The few times we have varied our system, we normally have a central forward and an attacking midfielder, with two wingers and two here. It hasn't happened often, but against Barcelona, yes, because they have the majority of possession, which is normally our strength, and we try to answer with our technical capabilities. This system demands much more of the movement of the central players to get to the opponent's area, but this is something we've applied quite accurately. During the 5 years I have been here, we've had more victories than defeats against Barcelona.
The
team comes onto the pitch knowing how to play, the way we play all week. One important thing to incorporate, it's something I explained before about Villarreal taking on the mentality of a big club, is to play in a way that responds to the characteristics of the opponent, but with confidence in your own football. When you work on it every week, you'll be stronger. The weekly work, 90% or 95%, is about improving our own game and minimizing errors. And then, of course, there's the 10% of working on the characteristics of the opponent, which is different each week. So you consider these things. How do they force their attacks? Do they man-mark, etc.? These are considerations that result in a bit of extra work for us. But the basics remain. Improving our own football and trying to reduce our mistakes. At the end of the day, I think that tactics are not just theory, but more the intelligence you show on the pitch. You have to have the intelligence to search for the answer inside the game, of which variation to choose, but never changing the things that you work on yourself every week. You try. They've asked me about this before. I believe that in reality, the coach is most important during the week. The coach is of 95% importance during the week, and not the player, just about 5%. But during a game, this is absolutely the opposite. The importance of the players is 95%, and the coach's influence is very limited. You can make a change and make sure that whoever comes on well. You can make a couple of suggestions, but due to the tension and the pressure that influence the mental part of the game, your own influence is very minimal.